have the SRT performance pages in the screen as well. We can actually show that right here. So you see SRT there, you see Hellcat in the center there. So that's one of the very few distinct features. Even if you look on the dash there, it only says Charger. The seats do say SRT, but there's really not too much to differentiate. This one does have the heated seats in the front, cooled seats, and the heated wheel, as well as heated seats in the back. So we'll go here to SRT pages, so we'll go to drive modes actually. So there's a few different things that are distinct on the Hellcat in particular. So you got your horsepower numbers right there, so 700 plus. Right now it's in default. You can actually change this. There's just a bunch of different presets here, or you can customize it and you can pick whatever you want. So transmission right now, for example, we'll actually go into this. So right now we're at full 700. Transmission's in track mode, so obviously it's going to be the most responsive. It is going to keep the RPMs a little higher, so of course it will consume some more gas. Paddle shifters are on, of course. Now traction is on street as you move up here to sport and track. Track is basically just going to completely disable the traction control and stability control. And in a situation where you're going to be on a track, you wouldn't want to have that on anyways, because it's just going to limit the vehicle way too much. Suspension, it is an adaptive suspension on any of the SRT, whether it's the 392 or the Hellcat. So there's different modes. That's kind of neat there. Now we will go in here. Performance pages is available in some of the other Charger packages as well, but it is a little bit different on SRT in particular. So I'll wait here for it to load up. In the meantime, this one does have navigation as well. So some of the other Chargers that have it, such as the Daytona Charger, it actually doesn't. It just gets an RT on the screen here. Obviously this one you actually do get an SRT, but there really isn't anything to even show you that it's a Hellcat in particular. And there are a few different pictures there.
Oh, it's got a data sheet in there for your strips.
Yeah,
cool.
So you got your you can see best here. I'm not sure. Oh, there you go.
11 seconds.
Someone did an 11.1 in a quarter mile. It's pretty decent, pretty respectable number.
That was a bad day, probably.
Yeah. yeah, that's for sure. And then here you have all your gauges, right? So oil temp, oil pressure, that kind of stuff. There's a boost pressure one right there.
Yeah. Can you increase boost at all, or no? It's
you could if you were to upgrade to maybe like a smaller pulley or something like that. You could certainly do that, or with some software tuning. So here's your G-force gauges there, and then.
You smell that? It smells like victory. That's awesome.
You like that, buddy?